Yo, if you want to stay fly this school year, here are 5 shoes you should definitely check out. And nah, I'm not about to give y'all 5 like Jordans. Like, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna give y'all, you know what I'm saying, different brands. Every single one on the list is gonna be a different brand, stuff like that. Now, these aren't the, like, you know what I'm saying, hidden gems or anything like that. Like, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you might already know about them, but then again, you might not know what colorway or what, you know what I'm saying, version or like style, code or whatever you want to call it, like what type, you know what I'm saying, shoe. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets a little bit more complicated than just the brand. You know what I'm saying? There's certain models on different brands and stuff like that. So it gets pretty complicated when it comes to the shoe stuff. So yeah, but we ain't going to overcomplicate it. Let's go ahead and get into the video, y'all. The first shoe is going to be a Jordan, but this is going to be the only Jordan on the list. Now I'm going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, the Jordan 4 SB Navies. Now that is a fire shoe right now. That is super cheap on the resale market. Let me pop them up real quick. I just had a pair that I sold for near retail. Retail on this shoe is around $225. And right now they're reselling for around like retail. Like if you wear like a smaller size, you can get these for under retail. And a size like freaking 5.5 men's, $165. Size 6 men's, $160. Size 7 men's, $220. Size 7.5. I'm gonna pop it on the screen. Y'all see the freaking prices on these joints, and these are a really fire pair. Now, if price wasn't like you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to make all these shoes pretty like budget wise, but like if you do got the bread, I'd recommend getting the pine green ones. But then again, it depends what you like, because low key I would just get these navy ones because they're cheaper and they're more like, you know, you can match them with anything. Like navy can go with black. Some people say like you shouldn't match navy with black, but I think navy can go with black and go with white. You know what I'm saying? It can go with a lot of things. So this is a fire pair, has the gum hints on it. It's the second Jordan 4 SB model that they've ever done, like a Jordan 4 collab with the Nike SB. So I think it's really cool. Definitely a cool Jordan 4. Now there's so many Jordan 4s right now to cop, y'all. If you want Jordans, like I know some people, a lot of kids like that's grown up, like they don't really like wear Jordans as much. I know there is a lot of people that wear Jordans, of course, but like, you know, there's a lot more brands that people are wearing. Like people are wearing a lot of weird stuff like Birkenstocks, stuff like that, like Crocs, which I'm not hating on. Comfort is definitely, you know what I'm saying, king right now. Comfort is king in the market. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up though, and if there was prices like this on Jordans, when I was growing up, like prices on Jordans, like the good Jordans were like sky high. This was like peak Flight Club time, like 2015, 2016. Yeah, like Jordans were expensive as heck. So yeah, I would be in heaven right now if I was in like this day and age and I was like in like middle school, even high school. But you know what I'm saying, middle school, like I think I was like really getting into Jordans at the time. But high school, definitely I cared about fashion more in high school than middle school, I feel like. But I cared about sneakers more in middle school. So yeah, that's another thing. A lot of the kids nowadays, y'all be liking like clothes more than shoes, but you gotta rock shoes, a pair of nice shoes with the clothes. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely some fire drip. Maybe I'll make like a clothing video separate, but I just want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, shoes in this video. But I do like clothes a lot. Like I'm rocking Supreme, which Supreme, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. It's not as hype as it was, but it's still a cool brand to me. I still think it's dope. I just like the I don't know, just the aura on like a box logo. It just hits for me because I grew up during like the hype box logo era when they're super expensive. I'm not gonna get off topic though. I yap a lot. Let's go ahead and get in the next shoe. Next shoe is going to be these Matcha SB Udos. Now these are super cheap too. Let me pop them up on StockX. Now right now you can get them for around $180 to $200 max. Like that's the max. Really, you're going to be paying around $150 the average. Now this pair is a little bit harder like to match and like to some people, but I think this is a fire shoe because I love green. It's like a matcha green and it has like the nice beige like type hints, like that cool like kind of like beige, you know what I'm saying, look, has brown hints on the back, the Udo feathers logo, which is really cool, Udo Origami. Now obviously if you can afford them, this is the first Udo Origami that came out and this is a fire pair. Now I like these a little bit better, but these are easier to match. They come with the pink laces. I put them on. That was extra pair of laces. Super dope shoe. But honestly, I would just cop these freaking matcha ones because they're cheaper. And I actually like the matchas almost just as much as the original ones. But the original ones are super dope. I'd probably have to go with the original ones. But hey, I think the matchas are definitely worth it more for the price. Super cheap. That's a good SB. Now we're going to get into the more comfort shoes. Now SBs are comfortable, don't get me wrong. But the soles do get kind of hard. And they do get a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you walk around all day, you know what I'm saying, school. But you're sitting down most of the day anyways. But you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Like it's so, you know, you're still on your feet a good amount. All right, y'all. So Bape just collabed with Vans. Now Vans have been popping off lately. Bape, I'm a big fan of Bape. I just love the camo. It's not as hype as it used to be. It's still like an expensive type brand. It's like a freaking super big brand. They have a big store in New York City, stuff like that. Like the rent's probably crazy there, and they're able to pay it. So you know what I'm saying. Definitely like a big brand. Super cool. They just came out with these Bape Vans though, super cool. Now they have these wacky ones, which I'm gonna pop them on the screen. They're green and they have like pink on the inside, and they're actually somewhat affordable. Now the smaller sizes, they're not that affordable. I'm not gonna lie, this pair is a little more expensive. But there's this other good Vans that you could buy for similar price. Now that the like Vans have been kind of popping more. There's also this black pair that they came out with that's like a Vans collab. It's like kind of like a Bapesta, has like the swoosh in a way, but it's like a Bape Star. Like that is a fire like thing. Like obviously the Bapestas were really big. Like there's like they still sell them, like the Bapestas, like the Air Forces. They're kind of expensive and they're kind of like just like an Air Force, but they're a Bape shoe. I don't know if Bape got in trouble because Nike be out here just like, you know what I'm saying, freaking suing everyone if like they do any like thing that's similar to like a Nike shoe. So I don't know if Bape got in trouble for that, but I don't think they did, to be honest. I don't think they did because I don't know why, but I don't think they did. Very clean shoe though. This pair has the checkers, like the checkerboard print, which is like the iconic Vans. I used to wear Vans like in freaking elementary school, so this was like probably like 2011, something like that. So I was into Vans when I was a kid because I was a skater. I used to skate when I was like a kid, and Vans, obviously they had them in the skate shop, so that's how I knew about Vans and stuff like that. And I used to like wearing Vans, and it's crazy how the trends come and go. Like Vans were kind of quiet for like years on years. They definitely popped off whenever like the Damn Daniel, if you remember that, like Damn Daniel, that video when he was like pretty much joking around with some guy that was wearing white Vans. The white Vans went crazy at that time. Everyone was wearing white Vans, and now they're popular again, Vans, and they're coming out with cool models. Like this Bape one, they have like the fat soles, kind of like the fat, like, you know what I'm saying, lace vibe. Definitely, appeals to the younger crowd for sure. Now, New Balances. Now, this is for my comfort people who want to be comfortable but also stylish. Now, the 90s, 60s are actually a very, decent New Balance. I'm not the biggest New Balance guy. I'm not even going to cap, but these are fire. I'd actually wear them, these triple black New Balances, and they're freaking dirt cheap in like all sizes. They're going for around $100 in all sizes. So definitely a solid personal that you can wear on the daily that, you're definitely gonna be comfortable in, because New Balances are super comfortable. I actually had a pair of 9060s, and they were definitely very comfortable. So no, I didn't keep them as a personal, but like I resell, so like I begin like all types of models, so that's how I know a lot about shoes. But I just knew about a lot about shoes because I've been a sneakerhead since I was a kid. So yeah, I ain't just a reseller. Now the last pair, I just ran through this video because I don't want it to be too long, but these Asics. Now obviously everyone knows about Asics, New Balances. They've been coming up, they've been going crazy like the past few years. There's been like the Vandy the Pink Asics which are pretty cool, but those are a little bit more expensive, I'm assuming. So if you do want a more like like more like no collab, just like a regular Asics but still clean, the Asics Gel NYC 2.0s. I'm not a big fan of the first Gel NYCs, but the 2.0 ones are not bad at all, especially in this graphite gray black colorway. The colorway definitely helps, because honestly I'm not the biggest fan. I've never been a big fan of how Asics look, but these are definitely clean, something that I would rock. You could easily wear with like some gray sweat shorts or whatever. If you want to drip out, I know people be wearing like the jean shorts with like the rhinestones on them that are like, with the faded like look, I think those are clean. Actually, I've never been a jean short type of guy. I've always only wore like skinny jeans, like, not shorts. And I know that's kind of a wave right now. A lot of the, people that are into fashion are wearing stuff like that, like, more streetwear fashion type vibe. I think that would go crazy with these, and like, a black tee, maybe a graphic tee if you got the drip like that. If you know, I'm not sure really exactly what brands to recommend. Even like it's something like this t-shirt, y'all. I know like Supreme is like whatever, like it's kind of like really mainstream. So if you want to like look different, I don't know, if you want to like stand out, whatever, just do you, whatever your style is. Hopefully, I'm sure one of these shoes are going to be someone's style on the list, because these are just fire shoes. Like, even if you don't got the best fit, if you got some, clean shoes, you chilling. Now, obviously, if you do got the bread, honestly, if it was me, I would get the freaking Spider-Man Asics or the Venom Asics. Those are kind of going for a bag, and those are harder to match with. So low-key, I'd probably just get these GR ones, and because you can wear them with anything. But if you do got the bread like that, if your parents are going to splurge on you, if you're a kid or whatever, you ain't got your own money. If you're in high school, you might have your own money. I'm not sure. Depends if you really hustling like that or whatever you doing, working a job. If you got some bread, then maybe you can cop, a pair like those Kith Spider-Man collab Asics. Those are pretty fire. But yeah, let me know in the comments which ones y'all like the best. Also, like I said, they have the Vandy the Pink Asics. Like, they have a bunch of cool collab Asics if you don't want to like get like a normal regular Asic or whatever. So yes, let me know in the comments if you made it to the end of this video, y'all. I appreciate you for watching. Stay tuned for more fire videos. Hit the subscribe button. Peace. God bless.